Hello everyone and welcome to Crochet Rocks. My name's Tracy and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a hexagon like this one. It's using three colours. I'm going to use slightly different colours for the one I'm going to make now, but you'll need a colour for the centre, a colour like white maybe for this part, and then another colour. So it's nice and easy to make. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and you'll be informed when there are new videos. So for this tutorial I'm going to be using, this is Poundland double knit, yarn double knitting, and I'm going to be using another contrasting colour and some white, and they're all a DK weight. Now these two I got from Sainsbury's in the UK, and this one is from Poundland. So I'm going to start with that one. I'm also going to use a 5mm crochet hook, pair of scissors and a darning needle. So just going to get some yarn out. And the centre of this hexagon is made with a 4 chain rather than the magic loop. So you make a slip knot in any way that you actually prefer to make it, and you chain 4. So it's yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through one last time, and then we join to form a ring by slip stitching into the very first chain. We just insert a hook, yarn over and pull through both loops, and now we've made a very small ring. It will grow a little bit as we work. So now we're going to chain 2. If you're a very loose crocheter, you might want to chain 3, because this is the height of a treble crochet in the UK, which is a double crochet in the US. So we're going to do a total of 12. So this one counts as our first, so we're going to do 11 more. So to do that, we yarn over, go into the very centre of the ring, yarn over and pull through. So we have 3 loops on our hook, and we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's a treble crochet in the UK or a double in the US. So all of our stitches are going to be into the centre of this ring. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over into the centre, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a total of 4 because my 2 chain count as 1, and I've got 3 more. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to carry on until I have 12, and then I'll catch up with you again. Okay, so I have a total of 12 with my 2 chain. So now I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the 2 chain to form a ring. So just insert, yarn over and pull through. Doesn't really want to come through because it's a chain which is a bit tighter. There we go. So now I've got my circle. So I'm going to chain 2, and in the same stitch that I've slip stitched in, I'm going to do another treble crochet. Remember, that's a double in the US. Now each stitch around we're going to do 2. So where we had 12 stitches, we will end up with 24. We're just going to increase in every single stitch until we get all the way around, and we'll have 24 stitches. Just that towel in the way. So just carry on, 2 in each stitch, and I will pause the video and I will meet up with you when I get back to the start. Right, so I've made it all the way back to the start, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of my 2 chain to make that ring, and I'm going to end off this colour. You can just change colour if you want to in the normal way, but I find with this particular hexagon it helps just to end off. So I'm going to do a chain, pull it downwards and my yarn through, and it cinches it down. So there we are, we've got our circle. Now from this circle we do one more row in a round, and then we're going to start making the hexagon shape. So just let me move this yarn out of the way. Alright, so now we get the white. Of course you can use any colour that you wish, any colour scheme. You can do them all pretty random and make a nice blanket of scrap yarn, or you can do them all the same, or some and some. So I'm going to join it at a different point, because that way I can work over the yarn. I like to work over the yarn whenever I can. So I'm going to start here. I'm just going to insert my hook, and I'm going to pull through my yarn, and I like to just do a chain with both the tail and the working yarn. I pull it down a little bit, and then I drop my tail, and I shall work over it now. So I'm going to do a single crochet in the US, which is a double crochet in the UK. So I'm just going to insert into the stitch, pull up a loop and yarn over and pull through. I know there were 3 on the hook, but that doesn't matter just for this for this particular part. So I'm going to chain 2 and skip 1 stitch and do another double crochet or single crochet for the US in the next stitch. Chain 2 and skip 1, and again go into the next stitch, and we're going to repeat this all the way around until we get back to this part. It's quite simple. So at the end of it you're going to have 12 gaps, 12 of these gaps all the way around. So we're going to go into this one, chain 2, ignore that one, so it's a bit difficult to see where your stitch would be. I think it's this one here, I believe it's that one, yeah, be there. Guess that's why it's easier to start where you left off, because that part does always look a little bit tricky, getting stuck. So just keep going until we get all the way around. I'm going to pause the video and I shall meet you back at the start. Okay, so I'm on the very last one, and this is where we're going to meet up. So I've done my 2 chain, and I'm just going to slip stitch into that first double crochet. There we are. Now if you wanted to just change the colour, you can at this point, because we're going to slip stitch into this this gap here. So I need to get my other blue yarn out. Ow. It's a very sharp yarn band on that. I'm going to just cut this off so I can move it out of the way. And I'm going to attach the blue, just pulling some yarn out. So I'm going to slip stitch into the very next gap, and do that just by pulling the new yarn through. And now what we're going to do is chain 2. Now I always turn it over, and I'm going to just secure with a little, it's my working yarn, is it this one or is it this one? It's this one, that's the one. So just to secure it with a little not like that, just so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so pulled it a little bit, that's all. And my chains are a bit tight now, so I'm going to start again with those. Right, that's it. So chain 2, and in this gap I'm going to do 2 more, and I'm going to work. That didn't really work out, did it? What's going wrong there? That's it. I looped my yarn somehow. So I'm going to do 2 chain, and I'm going to work over these tails a little bit just to get them out of the way, and I'm going to do 2 more in treble crochet or double crochet in the US in that gap. So there'll be a total of 3, including these 2 chain. So in the next one, I'll work over the tails. It doesn't matter at the moment. I just want to get them out of the way for you so that it doesn't get in the way and stop you seeing. So in the next one, I'm going to do 2 treble crochet. Remember, that's a double in the US. Now in the next stitch, I'm going to do a double treble in the UK or a treble crochet in the US. It does get confusing with the different terminologies, so I'll do that again just in case you've not seen that before. So for this stitch, we yarn over twice, go into the gap, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you have 4, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that makes a longer stitch, and then we're going to do 2 more treble crochets, UK terms obviously, double in the US. So that has made a point. Now in the next gap we're going to do 3, just as we did in the first gap, and that's our repeat. We're going to do the 3 and then we're going to do the point. I need to pull out some more yarn, just bear with me a second. I'm going to make our next point. I'm going to just drop these tails now, they should be out of the way. So it's 2 normal treble crochets or double, and then we're going to do our double treble, which is a UK term, or a treble crochet, which is the US. So that's 4 loops and pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then 2 more. Just the normal stitch, and then 3 in the next one. And we're going to repeat those 2 sets, one after the other. So it's, you can see it's making, I'm going to make that stitch a bit longer, hang on. So you can see it's making the sides and the points. And so I'm going to carry on, pause the video, and I'm going to carry on, and I shall pick up with you when we get back to this point. Okay, so I'm on my last one, and as we started with our 3, we are ending with the 5 stitches, and that tail's getting in the way. So I think I'll work over it, that'll get rid of it. So just do our 5 stitches as we've been doing all along. 2 normal treble crochets, a double treble, that's the UK terms obviously. Getting stuck on that, let's move it. It's only the yarn band, but it just keeps getting stuck on it. And then our last 2, and we've met back up again. So we're just going to slip stitch into the top chain, and that's what it looks like now. It's looking more like a hexagon. So in this next round we're just going to do kind of a solid stitch all the way around, and what you'll find is we're going to do accentuate our little corners, and there'll be 7 stitches in between. So we have started, there's two, see there's our tool stitch, and we have 2 stitches, and this is our third. So if you count that, that's the third one, and then we go into the next one, which is the 4th one. We're just going to do normal treble crochet. Obviously I didn't go through both loops. That's a double crochet in the US, so we're just going to do those all the way around. My hook's catching a little bit because of the shape of it. I'm reviewing these at the moment, so I'm trying to use them as much as possible. And so we're going to keep going. It's difficult with this angle, so it's not all the hook's fault really, it's because I'm trying to show you guys. So now we're at the big stitch, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that would be, those 2 make it 7. So now we're on our corner. I just need to pull some yarn out. And what we're going to do in this corner stitch, we're going to do 1 treble crochet, 1 double treble. This is obviously UK term. Gets confusing to use both. Oh, so I don't want to do another one of those, do I? What am I doing? That's where I was talking. It gets confusing to do both all the time, and I don't want to confuse you. So then we're going to do 7 single. This yarn gets caught up. This is lovely soft yarn actually, from Sainsbury's in the UK. I've been quite impressed with it. I bought this to make a gingham blanket, and I shall get around to that at some point. Okay, so where's our centre one? So we are now there, and we're going to do our corner. So it is 1 double crochet in the US, a treble crochet in the US, just as we did the English terms last time, and then another double crochet in the US, just to, so it's not confusing. So then we do 7 as before. We're going along our side, 7 along the sides, and then we do our corner again. That's as simple as it gets. All the way around. So I'll show you one more of the corner, and then I'll pause the video and meet you back at the start. So here we are. We're going to do, is that 7? Let me just count that. Didn't look right. I always find the centre never looks right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is. Sometimes the centre one never looks right to me. It doesn't hurt to just count along. Make sure. And that one in the same stitch. And we've done our other corner. So if I show you now, it's kind of accentuating the shape of our hexagon. So I'm going to pause the video and keep working round with 7 in the sides and our little corner until I get back here, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I've just done my last little corner there. Well, I'm just doing it now. Got to do one more stitch in there. And then I've just got the last 2. Remember we did 5 along here. So this is the last 2 to make the 7 along the corner. Oh, sorry, the edge. The side. Get my words in a muddle. Right, so that kind of, I'm going to just slip stitch into here, the top chain, and that completes it. From what I did before, I'll just make that loop bigger. So that was how I ended off with this one. But you can end it like that if you want to, or you can do a row of single crochet in the US terms around the outside, which of course is a double crochet for the UK, and then that would just finish it off. But I'm going to finish mine like that because I kind of like them just as they are, and you can join them as you go, or you can sew them together, or in any way you prefer. You can do an invisible join and have them all different colours. I'm just going to, that just needs sewing in, as do all of these ends at the back. But that's how you do the circular hexagon. So I hope you like that, and thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, and if you could like and share this video, I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.